Hey, I'm back this week to show you how to do something a little sweet. We're going to do a mug of blueberry muffin. Now, we're going to do this two ways, or else I'm going to tell you how to do it two ways. One's going to be the healthier version, and one's going to be sort of the regular version. I'll tell you about the regular version, but I'm going to be demonstrating the healthy version, because let's face it, we all want to look good in our costumes someday. So, what you're going to start with is your bowl to mix things in. And here's where you can either use a fourth a cup, which I forgot to get out. Oh, Lord knows I always forget something. You can either use a fourth a cup of flour if you're using the regular version, or if you're trying to do the healthy version, you're going to use a fourth a cup of milled flaxseed. And I know some of you are going, ew, but trust me, I said that at first, and when I tried it, it ended up it's really good. It actually really is. But if that's not your thing, you can use a fourth a cup of flour. But I'm going to put in a fourth a cup of this milled flaxseed, which is going to act as your flour. And let me figure out what I need here. Okay, half a teaspoon. You'd think I wasn't prepared or something. Of baking powder. Half a teaspoon of the baking powder. And just a dash, you don't really need more than that or you're going to taste it, of ground nutmeg. I just put a little dash in, because I don't like to taste too much of it, but it gives it a good little kick when you're using it. Okay, so that is your dry ingredient. And now you're going to head and get one egg. Tap that on the edge of the counter. Plop that in there. Okay, I'm not doing the completely healthy version, because if you were going with the completely healthy version, you would probably just use one egg white. But personally, I like to use the whole egg. And then if you could figure out where to put it, you'd be going. Okay. And then, fun part, you're going to get to use 2 tablespoons of pancake syrup. If you want, you can use any kind of pancake syrup you like. You can even use sugar-free. But since all I have is regular in the cupboard, we're going to go with regular. Get that in your measuring spoons. Slow moving, of course, because it's pancake syrup. Get your second tablespoon. Gives it a nice, good, sweet taste. Try to get that all in there. And there you go. That is all your ingredients except for the blueberries. You're going to mix everything up, getting it good and mixed up. Because you got to make sure you get everything together. Then you're going to take your large mug. I usually like to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. Just makes it come out easier and it doesn't really stick. Now, if you're doing the regular version and you want more of a decadent muffin, right now you would melt a tablespoonful of butter in the microwave and add that to your batter. But once again, since I'm trying to make the healthier one here, I'm not going to do the butter. I'm just going to tell you about it. Take your spatula and put all your batter right into your mug. And now's when you're going to get your frozen blueberries, which I left in the freezer because, let's face it, it's a hot day, and if I set them out here on the counter, I'd be putting mushy blueberries already into my batter. Now, some people like to mix them up, but I found if you do that, you're going to end up with nothing but blueberries at the bottom of your... And I just use a handful. When you cook it, you would end up with the blueberries at the bottom. So I just like to put mine in, give a good scattering over the top, maybe poke a few down with my fork, but for the most part, I'm going to leave them on top. And you're going to head over to your microwave. pop your mug in, and you're going to cook it for 3 minutes. And maybe eat a few blueberries while you're waiting. Got about 2 minutes to go. And like I said, this one is a really quick and really easy recipe for any time you're wanting something for breakfast, or just a simple dessert, or even something to make if you're having soup or something. And like I said, there's no problem if you want to make the regular version. I just thought I'd try and show you how to do the healthy version. Now, if you're really, really ambitious, you could put maybe half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of lemon zest in your muffin to make it a blueberry lemon muffin. But let's face it, I'm not that ambitious. I'd rather just have my blueberry muffin than have to go buy a whole lemon and sit there and zest it. A little less than a minute to go, and we'll see how our muffin turned out. Okay, let's see how it turned out. Hot, hot, hot mug as usual. Oh, and what do you know? Perfect little muffin. Now, if you used the flour, you're going to be looking at a cute little pale muffin. But if you use the flaxseed, your muffin's just going to be a little darker. And I would recommend letting it sit a little bit because it is done after the 3 minutes if you use the flaxseed. If you use the flour, I don't know if it'll take a little longer or not. It's been so long since I made it that way. You'll just have to see how it's done to your liking. And you could eat some now, but you could also wait because I guarantee, well, the muffin part might be a little warm, but if you're going to bite into one of those blueberries, like right after you take it out, you're going to be scalding your mouth. And that is a really good, healthy-ish version of a muffin. I'll see you next week.